Now everybody knows who Sophie Cunningham is. Everybody wants a piece of Sophie Cunningham. Her jersey is the number one selling jersey in the WNBA. Sold out. Now,
I don't guess you could buy the entire WNBA.
One player, one post, and one jersey. All it took to completely upend the WNBA was that Sophie Cunningham wore more than just an RB shirt. Her outfit was revolutionary.
Somebody that has gotten ridiculously popular this year with the Indiana Fever. I made a prediction that she was going to be the second most popular player on this team by the end of the year. And then, of course, there was the big incident during the Connecticut Sun game. And by the end of that game, she was known as Caitlin Clark's enforcer.
One day, $800,000 worth of shirts were sold. It was too much for the WNBA to handle. They are currently fighting for their lives. She was located by the league. She became a legend thanks to her admirers. Additionally, she is now being offered a position in professional wrestling. Basketball is no longer the only thing at stake. It's war. It began with a foul that went uncalled. Sophie Cunningham suffered a head injury. Not a whistle. Then another neck grip. Nothing. Fans were incensed. But Sophie had had enough of remaining silent. Thus, the TikTok that went viral and started it all. She made fun of the referees in a TikTok post, calling them blind, sluggish, and worthless. It had 1.3 million views in a matter of minutes, and the comments were utterly chaotic.
As you can see after the game, Caitlin Clark and Sophie are both running up to the referee here. They are both so upset, and the referee is just walking away from them. He won't even look at them in the face. He keeps turning. Like, Sophie even went up at one point and is like tapping on his arm. He would not even look at them. You guys, I have watched so much basketball in my lifetime, so much NBA, so much professional basketball. It's comical at times when you see the players after the games talking to the refs, because a lot of them end up knowing each other at a certain point because they've reffed their game so many times. The fact that this referee wouldn't even acknowledge the player.
What players wouldn't dare say aloud is being said by fans. Rather than take responsibility, the WNBA hit Sophie with a $5,000 punishment. What did they do? Make an effort to keep her quiet. The fine became a flex because to Sophie's maneuver. The fine made her chuckle. I laughed aloud. Dropped a bomb after that. Sophie arrived on game night sporting the now famous Arby shirt. Beautiful women consume Arby's. Boom. The internet took off. It was strategic as well as humorous. The fans were enamored. She was referred to as an unrepentant queen in Arby's official report.
Hey, maybe you should drive your car. Pick up whenever you call. In the parking lot in Tucson, like, are you in
The comments came pouring in. This is recognizable. Sophie plus Arby's equals marketing genius. Sophie just wore a t-shirt to the WNBA finals. The shirt sold out in every state in a matter of hours. The next day, the WNBA received none of the 800,000 items sold or the millions in money. The league made an effort to bury her. She made it the most successful marketing strategy in the history of women's sports. In addition to losing authority, the WNBA also lost its main source of publicity. In only a few days, Sophie's TikTok following increased from 300,000 to over 1.7 million.
Because her jersey surpassed the all-time woman, Caitlin Clark. The most popular woman ever in the WNBA, Caitlin Clark, got her jersey surpassed by Sophie Cunningham. Why? Because Sophie Cunningham stood up for Caitlin Clark. She did all of these Instagrams. She did all of this stuff. And next thing you know, it all didn't matter. It didn't matter. I mean, I'm looking at her Instagram now.
Brands began to queue up. Sales of jerseys increased. Then it became much more bizarre. The Lakers owner, Jeannie Buss, offered her a position in WOW, Women of Wrestling, stating that Sophie was the enforcer the WNBA required to safeguard Caitlin Clark in addition to herself. Indeed, Caitlin Clark's name was included in the tangle. How does Angel Reese fare? With a fire emoji and the remark, "They scared real ones," she uploaded the Arby's video. This is the reality that the WNBA is unwilling to acknowledge. This creature was their creation. Rather than enhancing officiating, they locate players. They penalize stars rather than listen to them. Additionally, Sophie has taken on the role as the rebellion spokesperson.
This arrangement into the Chicago Sky game. Of course, the Indiana Fever, I would like to say, beat the brakes off the Sky, but really it felt like they underachieved a good bit yesterday with so many Sky members being out of the lineup. But nonetheless, she came walking in to the arena yesterday wearing that. There she is right there. Let's just bring this up over at Tater Report. There she is right there. Hot girls eat Arby's. I can only imagine, and I have no idea. I would assume this is some kind of sponsorship.
Fans are now questioning whether the WNBA is still safe for its stars after seeing Arby sauce on top. Is this league doing itself harm?
You know, at the end of the day, this is an entertainment business. I know a lot of people pay a lot of money to come and watch us play, and so we want them to have fun. And at the end of the day, I work my tail off in the off season, and now this is my fun. I want to go out there, I want to smile, I want to laugh, I want to get the crowd involved, and that's just who I am. I'm an energy player, and at the end of the day, I'm going to do whatever the team needs. But when you get this building popping, it's really hard to play
You're going to play on national television every game. That helps your brand. You come to play with the Fever because you're playing with Caitlin Clark. You become friends with one of the most powerful, popular athletes in America. But then there's always that moment. And for Sophie Cunningham, that moment occurred the other day with a takedown, a grab. It was perceived that she was protecting Clark. Wasn't really that. But that's all right. Let perceptions rule. And now people are interested. It's good.
Sophie demonstrated that being genuine is preferable to being in charge, that speaking up is preferable to remaining silent, and that a fine is meaningless when you have the support of others. However, this is the part that no one anticipated. The WNBA is thinking about outright prohibiting branded apparel. Yes, that is their response. Nor enhancing leadership, nor correcting referees. Just greater authority. Sophie recently shared a picture of herself clutching an Arby's sandwich with the words 5K Fine Club on a gold chain. Additionally, there are rumors that Arby's wants her to spearhead their nationwide campaign. $2 million for what comes next. The table. Sophie is no longer the exclusive focus of this. Every athlete who has been advised to keep quiet and play is affected by this. Add a fire emoji to the comments if you think Sophie Cunningham has permanently altered the game. Are you terrified of the WNBA's own stars, or do you fear the league is collapsing? We're not done yet, so don't forget to press the bell, like, and subscribe. The inside tale of Caitlin Clark's near leaving the league due to league politics will be covered in the upcoming episode.
And so it's just trying to make everyone match and make sure we're all just having good vibes, right? You know, the seasons has a bunch of highs and lows. And so just trying to keep a level head on everyone. But I also think that we get to play basketball for a living, and that's super fun. So sometimes you just need a good perspective of like, hey, we're in the grind right now and it feels hard. But at the end of the day, we get to dribble a ball for a living. So we got to be.
Brands began to queue up. Sales of jerseys increased. Then it became much more bizarre. The Lakers owner, Jeannie Buss, offered her a position in WOW, Women of Wrestling, stating that Sophie was the enforcer the WNBA required to safeguard Caitlin Clark in addition to herself. Indeed, Caitlin Clark's name was included in the tangle. How does Angel Reese fare? With a fire emoji and the remark, "They scared real ones," she uploaded the Arby's video. This is the reality that the WNBA is unwilling to acknowledge. This creature was their creation. Rather than enhancing officiating, they locate players. They penalize stars rather than listen to them. Additionally, Sophie has taken on the role as the rebellion spokesperson.